Hi everyone, it's Sandra, and Landon's just taken off the bottom layer of my can of worms to look at this leaf layer. If you remember last time, I took out a big amount of the leaf volume. Just because the leaves were obviously really compressed, I sprinkled some of the barrel contents, which was, ooh, there's a happy worm, which was dirt that had soil that had sat in the barrel, and we'd grown in it all summer, but we'd also added vermicompost and castings to that barrel. So obviously there were worms in it, and I can't tell whether the worms that are crawling in these leaves right now are worms that have come down from my can of worm system, or are worms that came from up from the barrel contents. And it doesn't really matter. My goal here is just to provide a safe haven underneath my can of worms. This barrel is very insulating. So there are worms now throughout these leaves, and they're doing just fine. Now, I did give them a piece of raw pumpkin in the middle, so let's just quickly look at that. See whether they've found it, or are they just hanging around the leaves? Well, I can see right now there's a little bit of a party going on at the pumpkin. We have a pumpkin party. There we go. So this is how many worms are down in this half barrel. And, well, this is how many found the pumpkin in the half barrel. And I'm just going to let this go. I'm not going to move these worms up to the top in my snakes and ladder fashion unless I found like hundreds and hundreds of worms in here. I'm just going to let this half barrel be the half barrel through the winter, be this big insulating tub. And can you imagine in the spring, look at these cocoons, can you imagine how many worms and how rich this growing medium will be when we plant in it come March. So what I'm going to do is, you don't beat them, you join them. These stacking tray systems, if worms are going to go down, oh, there's another little pocket of worms. If worms are going to go down, I'm going to give them carbon, which is in the form of these leaves, and I'm going to give them some greens. And today, my greens that I'm going to give them is just some pumpkin juice. So I'm just going to sprinkle that around. There's actually quite a few worms down there, so I think I'll give them a little bit more than I was initially anticipating. There we go. So that's my half barrel bottom tier to the can of worms. A little bit creative to keep them nice and cozy through the winter. All right, everyone, bye for now.